What happens when Formula One's most celebrated team hears two frantic voices during a single safety car window? At the 2025 Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, Ferrari's scarlet duo, Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc, found themselves racing not only the clock, but each other. With 17 laps remaining, grandstands trembling beneath a sudden yellow flag, and the championship's rhythm hinging on one brutally simple decision. Dive into the pits for fresh, soft tyres or cling defiantly to a rapidly fading set of mediums. Ferrari signed Hamilton for precisely these moments when instinct must marry calculation, while Leclerc, already the Prince of Maranello, believed the team's reins were his by right of tenure. Yet neither man wanted a public duel, for the stopwatch is unforgiving, and a safety car compresses nerves into a single heartbeat, so the 17-lap sprint that followed would redraw the pecking order inside the Scuderia. A sweep of waved flags ripped strategy wide open, as Kimi Antonelli's Mercedes rolled to a halt on the run to Tosa, bunching the field and freezing delta times like a photograph while laptops snapped open. Predictive models spat out frantic probability curves, and Ferrari engineers Brian Bozzi and Riccardo Adami stared at identical data, yet read two different gospels. Dashboards showed tyre degradation dipping below comfort levels, but the red-walled soft compound, though blisteringly fast, carried the threat of late-race fade. 17 laps under green, with wear accelerating each kilometre as a trapdoor. Because pit too early and you rejoin in traffic, pit too late and the soft compound never reaches optimum temperature. And Imola's narrow pit entrance shrinks the margin to a heartbeat, as simulation suggested a 51% shot at gaining track position, and an almost equal chance of emerging behind an Alpine train. Razor-thin numbers soon invaded by emotion, amplified by 70,000 tifosi, chanting in perfect rhythm. Hamilton broke the silence first, his voice calm and measured as he asked, "If we stop now, how many positions do we give up?" No exasperation, just an auditor weighing risk. So Adami responded with clipped precision, listing rivals' tyre life and projected lap time deltas, while Hamilton confirmed surface temperature readings to ensure fresh rubber would light up instantly. Across the garage, Leclerc exhaled sharply, wanting tyres yet craving certainty even more, repeating, "Tell me which compound is best." Part request, part command, and Bozzi, mindful of past flashpoints, offered options instead of orders. Sprint on softs, gamble on track position, or split strategies. Because clarity and authority seldom share a headset. Meanwhile, safety car lights glowed in Leclerc's mirrors like an hourglass bleeding sand, and with Imola's pit entry hiding behind the final kink, a driver must commit 3 corners in advance, as wheel guns lay poised, each mechanic imagining 2 futures. One where the driver commits, the other where hesitation lets opportunity evaporate. Hamilton blinked first. Only to him the act was not blinking but seeing, issuing one firm box as the SF-25 glided into its marks. Jacks lifted, 4 candy red softs blurred on in 2.1 seconds, and the car shot back into daylight, merging behind 3 midfielders he intended to devour before curfew. Leclerc, still hugging the racing line, witnessed the move through the halo arch, while Bozzi muttered, "Lewis has chosen to stay out," unaware the sentence would feed 1,000 Monday morning memes. Leclerc's heart rate telemetry spiking to 183 beats per minute, as ego shouted louder than logic, and he remained on track, insisting, "Track position is king." Yet kings need armour, and his mediums were rusting chainmail, so by Ravazza he finally radioed, "Tyres are finished." But the safety car lights had extinguished, and hesitation became fate in the space of 3 corners. Green flags unfurled, and Hamilton's brand new softs clawed into Tamburello. Telemetry later showing him carrying 3 km per hour more through every medium-speed corner and braking 6 metres later into Rivazza. His steering trace resembling calligraphy, smooth and deliberate, while Leclerc's mediums, 11 laps beyond their design brief, juddered under throttle, snap over steer through acqua minerale costing precious tenths. Within 8 laps, the gap ballooned beyond 10 seconds as Hamilton leapt from 9th to 5th, slicing past an Alpine, a McLaren, and Fernando Alonso's Aston Martin, each overtake clinical and replayed by helicopter cams, revealing a controlled experiment to tifosi. Identical cars, divergent outcomes birthed in 90 seconds of doubt, where one Ferrari behaved like a Swiss watch and the other like a waterlogged wristwatch, still ticking but erratically, turning 50,000 red flags from roaring triumph to resigned murmur. The checkered flag waved for Verstappen, yet the real drama unfolded behind padded doors as team principal Frederic Vasseur thanked both sides of the garage, but attached no names, omissions stinging more than censure. So Hamilton removed his earpieces, offered a succinct breakdown of tyre evolution and brake migration, then asked for brake duct photos, while Leclerc leaned against a counter, replaying cockpit audio on a loop. Mechanics notice everything: who lingers to ask questions, who leaves first, who shakes hands. And these details feed the factory grapevine, prompting Italian newspapers by dawn to speak of mixed fortunes, while online forums coined memes of a silent commander and an echoing prince. And back at the motorhome, Hamilton replayed the race on a tablet, zooming on carcass temperatures in Sector 2 to log a blister that began on lap 52 for Monaco prep, whereas Leclerc decompressed with his physio-venting in clipped sentences. Two coping methods that can both work, yet Formula One often rewards the driver who turns frustration into granular planning. Silverstone 2022 saw Leclerc wave off a soft tyre call and lose the lead. Mexico 2023 had him backing hard rubber, overheating it and dropping to 7th. Miami this month involved resisting a swap-back order, later conceded might have saved 2 seconds. Different circuits, same thread, a tug-of-war between instinct and instruction, whereas Hamilton's scrapbook tells another story. Canada 2015, he asked 3 tyre questions, boxed early and won. Germany 2019, he confirmed live brake temps, pitted on the nail and won. Jeddah last year, with pit entry blocked, he toggled engine mode and rescued 3rd by a 10th. Mistakes becoming tutors, not enemies. While Ferrari leadership keeps score because political capital rises or falls in tenths. Engineers claiming culture trickles from cockpit to CAD station as calm breeds harmony and turmoil breeds overtime, leaving Vasseur to harness Leclerc's Saturday magic without letting Sunday chaos erase it, wondering whether tougher love might become Ferrari's next upgrade. Long after spectators filed into moonlit car parks, Hamilton stayed in the garage poring over sector maps, noting micro blisters on the rear left, suggesting a differential tweak, then thanking every mechanic, while across town Leclerc dined with friends. Phone on the table replaying the moment hesitation cost him 4 places, both routines valid, yet only one echoes through wind tunnels on Monday morning. Because engineers adore drivers who ask the right questions at the right time and dread questions asked after the window closes, meaning Hamilton's composure wins him louder influence in development meetings, whereas Leclerc's passion commands respect, but not automatic compliance. And whispered Italian nicknames have taken shape. Il Comandante Silenzioso, the silent commander, a moniker that matters. For Formula One history celebrates quiet generals like Alain Prost, Mika Häkkinen and Nico Rosberg, each wielding silence like a scalpel. So for Hamilton, Imola was not merely 4th place, but the first public display of that leadership in red, leading to a bulletin before Monaco that Hamilton wants new rear-wing gurney trims, priority level high. Imola's grandstands may recall Verstappen's anthem, yet the paddock will remember a 17-lap crucible that sketched a new hierarchy beneath Ferrari red, where one driver turned a safety car reset into forward momentum, and the other into a lingering what-if, proving strategy lives at the crossroads of courage and calculation, while victory often favours whichever arrives first. Here lies the uncomfortable truth that a race team can heed only one philosophical master: either the cockpit dictates analytics, or analytics dictate the cockpit. And Imola previewed which voice Ferrari might trust when pressure spikes again. So will future Sundays echo Hamilton's soft-spoken queries, or Leclerc's high-voltage urgency. Leadership often shifts through measured whispers rather than shouted orders. And the scene etched into memory is of 2 identical cars leaving the same garage, one slicing forward on deliberate choice, the other wrestling backward under indecision. Reminding us as transporters roll toward Monte Carlo that championships are carved not only by horsepower but by headspace. And next Sunday, when the lights glow green at Saint-Devote, we will learn whose mindset truly steers the Scarlet team.